In the verses 19 to 34 of Surah Yusuf, the story continues. After Yusuf was thrown into the well, a group of travelers passed by and sent a man to draw water. When he lowered his bucket into the well, he discovered Yusuf and happily announced the finding of a young boy. The travelers secretly kept him and treated him like merchandise to be sold, while Allah was fully aware of everything they were doing. They eventually sold Yusuf for a very small price, just a few pieces of silver, showing that they did not value him much. The person who bought him was a nobleman from Egypt. He told his wife to treat Yusuf well and give him an honorable place in their home, thinking that he might become useful to them or that they might even adopt him as a son. In this way, Allah placed Yusuf in Egypt and began preparing him for a greater future, including teaching him the interpretation of dreams. This shows that Allah controls all matters, even when people do not realize it. When Yusuf grew to maturity, Allah blessed him with wisdom and knowledge, rewarding him because he was righteous and did good. However, a major test soon came. The wife of the man who owned the house became attracted to Yusuf and tried to seduce him. She locked the doors and invited him toward her, but Yusuf immediately refused and sought refuge in Allah, reminding her that her husband had treated him well and that wrongdoers never succeed. She strongly desired him, but Allah protected Yusuf because he saw the clear guidance and warning from his Lord. Allah turned away evil and immorality from him because Yusuf was a sincere servant of Allah. As Yusuf tried to escape, both of them rushed toward the door and she tore his shirt from behind. At that moment, they encountered her husband at the door. To protect herself, she falsely accused Yusuf and asked what punishment should be given to someone who intended evil toward his master's wife. Yusuf defended himself and said that she was the one who tried to seduce him. A witness from her family suggested a simple test. If Yusuf's shirt was torn from the front, then she was telling the truth. But if it was torn from the back, then Yusuf was truthful and she was lying. When the husband saw that the shirt was torn from behind, he realized that Yusuf was innocent and that his wife was lying. He told Yusuf to ignore the matter and instructed his wife to ask forgiveness from Allah because she had done wrong. However, the incident became the talk of the city. Some women began gossiping, criticizing the nobleman's wife for trying to seduce her servant and saying that she was clearly misguided because she had become deeply infatuated with him. When she heard about their gossip, she invited those women to a gathering and prepared food for them, giving each of them a knife. Then she asked Yusuf to appear before them. When the women saw his extraordinary beauty, they were so amazed that they accidentally cut their hands and exclaimed that he could not be a normal human, but seemed like a noble angel. The wife then admitted that Yusuf was the man they had blamed her about, and she openly confessed that she had tried to seduce him, but he resisted. She then threatened that if Yusuf did not obey her, he would certainly be imprisoned and humiliated. Faced with this pressure, Yusuf prayed to Allah, saying that prison was better for him than committing the sin they were inviting him to. He asked Allah to protect him from their plots, fearing that without Allah's help he might weaken. Allah answered his prayer and protected him from their schemes, for Allah hears and knows everything.